seems strange in kind of our modern American kind of contemporary Christian environment, but it's actually not that strange to us. Because people who have certain functions within society, when they're functioning in that way, we mark them off as such. Cops wear police uniforms. Judges wear robes. We still have that happening in our society, and throughout much of the church's history, that was the same for ministers. It was just a marking of this individual is a representative of Christ Church, as a presbyter within Christ Church, and so that practice I think was beautiful, and it was rooted when the church was more kind of central to society, and so just as much as if you saw somebody with a police uniform, you knew you could go to them in a time of need for something. Well, if you had somebody who was wearing the collar, then it would mark that this individual was someone who was representing Christ Church, and that you could come to them. And I find it valuable. We retain that within the Anglican tradition. Ours is different. If you notice, we wear a full collar, and the Roman priests usually have the little tab. And so there's some differences, but I still find it valuable because for me, one within society is that my call to be a priest or a presbyter is to be a priest to the community, not just to our church. And so whenever I'm in town, whenever I'm around, it's a reminder to me, but to Mark, that like I'm here to be a minister of the gospel to whoever. It doesn't matter if they ever step foot within our church. It's also kind of helpful for me because it reminds me that like I'm not representing just myself. I'm representing Christ Church. And so, I mean, there's definitely times that, I'm in the car and I want to say things or do things that all of a sudden I realize I have my collar on. I'm like, I'm not representing me. I'm representing Christ Church. So I need to be cautious with how I carry myself and how I act. And so I just think that ancient tradition, though it's strange and foreign to most Protestants today, I still find it to be a valuable practice. And it's something that most Anglican priests maintain. Some only wear it whenever they are performing formal functions in worship. Others will basically never leave the door without a collar. Somewhere in between.